G'day, g'day. Welcome along. Just going to give a few moments for people to come along and join, and then we'll get going with today's stream. On you, mate. Good on you. Welcome to you. Shetland is Norwegian, a common and frequent visitor to the channel. So it's nice to see you here, mate. Welcome, Sam. Nice to see you here. Again, just going to get let people join. Give a moment for people to join, and then we'll get on with today's stream. It's been a while since I did a stream. That's what you were talking about, right? Yeah. You're right. I have a few of them. I've got Spider-Man, and I've also got Yoda. If you're interested there. Hopefully, going to get some more by the end of the day. Who knows? But I think we've waited long enough. I guess people will trickle in as the time goes on. But anyway, hello and welcome to today's live stream, ASJE Aviation HQ Live, episode 16, part 1 of setting up my next airport update, which, if I have a look, it will be random ops number 14. So very nicely done there. All of my containers are out again. Every single model is out in showcase, but I will go ahead and show you how I'm going to do today's picking. For those who are new to my streams, hello and welcome. If you like the content of model plan reviews, airport updates, unboxings, flight reviews. I'm thinking about doing a flight review later on in the year, or a couple, and what's it called? Flight simulator stuff as well. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and of course leave a thumbs up on the stream if you like what you see. If you like my content in general, go ahead and leave a thumbs up, and of course turn the notification bell on. And yeah, set the option to all to receive all of the notifications for future videos on this channel. Very nicely done. So my last stream, I think, was in June, and we had the likes of the Globemaster, the C-17 Globemaster for the US Air Force. We had the Emirates 380, the Fiji Max, etc. So those aircraft won't be coming out today unless the Globemaster comes out again, because that can be a departure. So very nicely done there. If you want to ask anything about aviation to me, what got me started in it, model planes in general, how an aircraft operates, etc., go ahead and ask any questions in the comments, and I'll try my best to answer them. I mean, I have been in the realms of aviation since I was 3 years old, so I would like to know that I know a bit about the industry. So very nicely done there. So moving into the stream, I'm going to take off my camera, or at least my phone, off the tripod, and then show you how I'm going to be doing today's picking. So I'll put my tripod off to the side. So I've got my new laptop here, my new HP laptop. So you can see on the screen here is a list of every model plane that I have in my collection. I've got, how many? We've got 385 in the list here. So, and I've also got my other phone here that has a random number picker on it. So every model has their own corresponding number. And I will press the generate button here, whatever number it picks out. So as an example, number 70. We will scroll up or down to where number 70 is, which is there. In this case, it would be the Gulf Air 787-9 Dreamliner by Phoenix Models. I would then proceed to try and find it and eat in one of these containers here. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, I think the Gulf Air is in this one here. Maybe, I'm not too sure, but that's the joy of these sorts of streams, because then you can enjoy me try and find them within the mess of all my containers. I should mention that the ones that are in yellow are the ones that have already been in previous episodes, but they won't come out unless they're narrow bodies and haven't been out for a while. The ones in red aircraft that are classic aircraft, so they're under here. Classic or modern classic, if you like it like that, or name it like that. These two here, the ones in burgundy or maroon, are aircraft that are technically in my classic or modern classic collection, but are in current operations. So that they are also out, coming out soon, maybe. And down here, the ones in purple are the models that I have coming soon, and the ones in blue are the models I have already pre-ordered. So so that it kind of indicates that there is an unboxing coming soon on the channel. So very nice. In terms of the display of the aircraft, here is my airport map here. At the top we have the 5 alpha gates, so running from alpha 1 down to 5. Here is the Bravo concourse or Bravo stands from 1 to 5 here. Down here is the Delta gate for passenger aircraft. If it was a military gate, that would be Mike 1, because military starts with M, so there we go. And over here are the Charlie stands. Charlie 1 is mainly for a cargo aircraft. Charlie 2 is seldom used, and Charlie 3 is, a standoff bay for any passenger aircraft. Same with this one here. This stand here is mainly for my turboprops or the Fokker 100. So yeah, and we'll fill up all of the taxiways. So taxiway Alpha, Echo, Kilo, or this might be Papa. There's either Papa or Kilo, and this one here is either Papa or Kilo. Then we've got runway 10 going this way, and I think it's 28 going the other direction. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and try and find the first model. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. I don't know how long the stream will go for. I've got my trusty script list here beside me, so I can figure out whether I've got the model has come out, or at least narrow body has come out before, etc. So let's go. Let's try and find some models, hoping for the Blackfern 787 to come out today, but we'll see in due course. So let's go along and do the showy. So the first model going in Alpha 1 over there, 285. And that is this one here, and that is the Ethiopian Airlines Airbus A350-900 by ASJE Models. Luckily I know where that is. It's here. Here it is. First off the ranks is the Ethiopian Airlines A350-900, nicknamed Geneva because they operated there. Very nicely done. Of course, Geneva in Switzerland, of course. So very nicely done. I'll put that over at the Alpha stand there. I believe that one's doing a service, going out of a service. I believe Ethiopian something off to Addis Ababa anyway. So very cool indeed. The first off the ranks is an Airbus aircraft. How many Dreamliners will we have in today's stream, folks? How many do you reckon we'll have out? The last stream or last airport update had a lot of them. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Dreamliners, which I thought was quite hilarious because most of my collection is taken up by them. So Alpha 2 193. Let's have a look and see what 193 is. Oh wow, I'm going up way north. Unfortunately, it has already been out, or at least it is a narrow body. But this aircraft was in the last airport update. The Singapore Airlines 737 MAX 8, which is over here. Here it is. It was in the last airport update. So I don't know whether this would be coming out, depending on what other things we do have. I have some comments to have a look at. Let me try and see if I can pick them out. Unfortunately, I may have missed them. Live chat. Right. Yeah, Air New Zealand 787-10 would definitely be nice to see in 400 scale. The Black Fern livery and the Pacific Wave livery, that would definitely be, or at least the teal livery would be very nice. Very cool. So let's continue on, because that one being a narrow body wouldn't really go at a wide body stand anyway. So 220 is the number that we are looking for now, and it is right here. And what do you know? The first 787 to come out today, British Airways Speedbird 787-8 Dreamliner, and it is over here underneath the 757. Here she is. Beautiful Speedbird Dreamliner-8. Looking rather fancy indeed in the Chatham Dockyard livery. Very nicely done by Gemini Jets. Can't remember when that was released, but I'll put that information in the airport update when it's filmed. Very cool. So going into Alpha 3, 362, relatively new in terms of my collection, and it is right here. We have the Kuwait Airways A330-800 Neo by NG Models. This is Alpha Papa Hotel, since I do have two of them, and it is over here underneath the Delta. Here it is. Very nicely done. Very nicely done. The second by NG Models to come out in today's stream, so very cool. I put that up in an exchange event. It was August 2025, so this time last year. Very cool. It would be nice to see a British Airways retro 787 or 380. I wouldn't mind the Landor livery on a Dreamliner or a 350 or an A380. Anyway, let's continue on. Number 79. G'day, how's it going? Let me know where you are watching from. 4V1. Very nice. V1 rotate. Number 79. Very cool indeed. Unfortunately, this model has already been out. Kuwait Airways 777-300ER. Should also mention that the one that is in black is for sale. The A330, the China Southern Airlines 787-8. So that won't be coming out. Radio. It wasn't the last airport update anyway. That China Southern Dreamliner. Number 27 is the number, and ironically it was above the China Southern, and it was the AirAsia X330. Has come out before, so we won't go ahead and look for it. Yeah, what a number. 167. I don't get that meme. I don't understand that meme. I mean, I'm too much of a boomer to understand what that means. I'm sorry. Anyway, Starlux Airlines 321 Neo. Starwalker 321 Neo. Let me try and find. It wasn't in the last one. I don't think it was in the. Do you know? Does anyone know where I can find an Arkia? What aircraft are you looking for, mate? Looking for the 321 or can't remember what else they operate. So the last time we had the Starwalker or Starlux 321 Neo was in episode 11. So I guess that could come out. Where is the model? I think it's sitting somewhere behind me here. Starlux 321. Apologies for the clutter you might be able to see on my floor. And the outdated carpets. I don't know what else to apologise for. I'm trying to find the Starlux 321 Neo for you guys. I really am. We might see it. 2 Kiwi 320 Neos, another Kiwi. Yeah, it would be nice. Some retro liveries in my airline's fleet would be fantastic to see, but I do not think it's likely. That's the word. Where is this aircraft, man? Where is this Starlux 321 Neo? There's always one aircraft in my streams that I struggle to find, and this seems to be the one that wants to destroy my brain. Right. I think it's over here. I'm pretty sure it's in one of these containers here. Because we've got the Nippon Airways Pikachu jet livery. Yeah, I think it's down here. No, it's not. Wow, man. Definitely struggling. Is it underneath the Singapore Airlines? Well, at least I've got one to look for. And I'll put that here. Bravo 2. So that one's definitely a lookout. One to look out for. But we will continue on with the next wide body. For Bravo 4, just up there. Yes, I will. I will definitely go ahead and get the TAP Portugal 330-900 Neo retro livery. Next number we're looking at is number 25. And that is already taken. But this model hasn't been out for a while. It hasn't been out for a while. The US Air Force Lockheed C5 Galaxy. Definitely has been out before, but it hasn't been out for a while. Let me see when that was. It would have come in as Reach something. It was yes, Reach. Hasn't been out for a long time by the looks of things. Did it go on a taxiway? It would have had to go on a taxiway. It's been a long time anyway. We're at episode 2. There it is. Episode 3 it came out. So and we're choosing the models for episode 14. So I think it is about time that the C5 Galaxy came out. So I'm going to move my tripod so I can get into the container that I think it's in. And who knows, we might find that Starlux in here somewhere. Radio. Let's dig down here. Of course, there it is. That was quick, wasn't it? Radio. Here it is. C5 Galaxy. The M variation. Right, I'll just put this this mess back. Unfortunately, the Starlux isn't in this container, but my GSE is. My brand new GSE, which I'll showcase later on in the piece, which you can see just there. Also an unboxing on my stream. Very cool. This aircraft here will go underneath this box, which ironically is another C5 Galaxy, as you can see. And the model is sitting up here. There she is, sitting pretty, and my brand new one, Emirates 777X. Check out the unboxing I did a few days ago. So very nicely done, beautiful model, expensive as hell though, gee whiz. Rightio, so put that off to the side, and we'll try and get the next aircraft for Alpha 4. A passenger aircraft would be fantastic here, mate. Rightio, so number 284 is the number we are looking for. It's an ATR. It is an ATR. What was the aircraft that came out in the last one? Because it wasn't the All Blacks livery, was it? It was the black and white livery, right? I can't quite remember, so let me just go into my schedule boards. Yeah, it was the All Blacks livery that came out last. So we've got an ATR 72-600 coming out. It is down here. Underneath these two. Let's pick out this Shanghai. Get these two out. It's down the bottom there. So pick that one out. Put this one down there. And down there again. So there we go. Air New Zealand ATR 72-600 in the black and white livery, which is technically known as the white fern livery, because the fern is white. There we go. And this livery here, if I can find one, just here, is not an All Blacks livery, because it is a black fern livery, for some information there for you. It is not an All Blacks livery. There's no representation whatsoever to the All Blacks rugby team. So, very cool indeed. It was actually announced that this livery was a black fern livery, but everyone calls it All Blacks because it's black. But anyway, very, very cool. Hopefully we can get a wide body this time. Number 96. Gee whiz, that number reversed. Stop it. Rightio, number 96. We have the DHL 757-200. Hasn't been out before. Has already been touched, at least box-wise. And here it is. It's got the 2015 Rugby World Cup emblem on it. The only reason why I've kept the model is because we were talking about the All Blacks before. The All Blacks went ahead and won this competition, New Zealand's rugby team. They beat Australia in the final. Can't remember the score, but it was played in London. Very nice. And that model will go into my classic collection as soon as either one or both of the DHL 767s by NG Models come in. So very cool. We still need to get a passenger aircraft for Alpha 4 there. If you have any questions, aviation based, let me know. Comment section below, and I'll or at least in the chat, and I'll get to it as soon as I can. Number 216 is the number we are looking for. Here it is. And ironically, we did just touch it before, or at least see it. I think. The Finnair Airbus 350-900 by NG Models regular livery. Okay, so the model that I touched before wasn't a regular livery. It was a one wheeled livery. As you can see just here, that's the model that I was looking at before. Now we've got two models to look for now. Finnair A350. I know I definitely have it. It's definitely somewhere in here. There it is. Oops. Finnair A350-900 by ASJE Models. Finally have the missing piece there. We've only got one Boeing Dreamliner coming out at the moment. We've got to change that, folks. We have got to change that. Or at least I have to. Rightio, let's continue on. Alpha 5, one of my favourite gates in terms of taking photos out of. Number 203 is another A350. Okay, we had drip 787s in the last stream. I think we're getting the revenge at the moment. We've got the Virgin Atlantic Airways 350-1000 Ruby Slipper by AV400. Where is this one? Virgin Atlantic 350-1000. It's in the same container as the last one was. At least I'll be able to relocate some of this. Very cool, very cool. Let me just put this down here because I do need to get into this. There you go, you can see it already. Right there, the word Virgin upside down. And here it is. If I can get it out. Come on, mate. There she is. Very cool. The thing I like about Virgin Atlantic is how they name, or at least the founder, Sir Richard Branson, one of my aviation idols. He names every one of the aircraft after an idol of his, or a famous person over in the UK. In this case, I'm not too sure who it's named after, but Ruby Slipper is the nickname. V dot. It's every registration by a Gemini. Sorry, wow. Virgin Atlantic starts with a G or Golf dash Victor with a V, and then the next 3 letters are the name, I think, of the person who it's dedicated for. But I think it's Dorothy someone. I'm not too sure. Sorry. But I'll provide the information in the actual airport update that is put up on the channel in the near future. Very cool indeed. Rightio. Let's continue on. Now we've got the we need one more wide body for Charlie 3 over there. This will be a standoff bay. Number 25. We've got all the small numbers in today's stream. Yeah, it's already been out. It's already out. It's right there. Radio. Let's get a big aircraft out. A flat 200. It's already been out as well. United Airlines 78. Oh no, it was a 777. It was in the last stream anyway. There it is, listed just there. Radio. Continue on. 259. And it is, we've got a classic. We've got a classic coming out. Singapore Airlines 340-300. Okay, so now I have to crack open the container. Actually, I know where it is already. So let me just put that off to the side. Open this up. You can actually see it just there. So let's go ahead and get it out. Jeez, what a struggle. Cool. There she is. absolute classic. The A340-300. Let me just fix up that container that I just destroyed with my right hand. Very cool. Nice. That's the first aircraft I saw at Christchurch Airport, a big enough aircraft anyway, the wide body. They flew them under the current flight number, Singapore or call sign Singapore 297 or SQ 297 and 298, coming to Christchurch and away. They then changed to the 777 200 ER, and then they inaugurated the A350-900 on January the 8th of 2019. I was one of the lucky 6 people to be able to walk around that aircraft on the apron, and I was lucky enough to then be gifted this aircraft right here. I do apologise for the other knickknacks around it, but the Singapore Airlines 350 came along home with me, which I am absolutely thankful for. And because of that event that I just mentioned a moment ago, Singapore Airlines will always be my favourite airline, despite any of them being my national carrier. So very cool indeed. A bit of info dumping there for those who are interested. So very cool. Right, let's go ahead and try and get some narrow bodies out. We've got at least 5 to try and find. This is usually the part of finding models that I don't really like, but I have very few narrow bodies compared to the wide bodies, but we would do our best. So we've got 113. Welcome in to everyone who is watching so far. If you are liking what you're seeing, leave a thumbs up below, and of course subscribe, and of course get the bell icon as well. So 113 was a Swiss A330, not a narrow body, so we will continue. Number 8. Number 8 is also a wide body. Number 83. It's also a wide body. 351. We're getting right down to the bottom of the list here, folks. Or near enough. Oh, we have a narrow body. Jetstar 320 Neo. This was in episode 12. But technically is a narrow body. It came in, you can see it upside down there, at gate Delta 1 there, just there. It arrived in, so it could technically go out as a departure. So let's get the aircraft, shall we? And there it is. Jetstar 320 Neo by NG Models. That will go out at Bravo 3, because we do need to still try and find the Starlux. So technically we only need 3 more, because we've got the Starlux coming out when I eventually find the thing. Which I guess will be the last model that comes out. Rightio, let's continue on. 125. 125 is the number. Virgin Atlantic 350. No, that's not a wide. That's a wide body. 214. Royal Air Maroc Dreamliner. Man, now we're getting the Dreamliners, man. Number 79. Is that Kuwait 777 again? 337. Come on, be a narrow body. No, it's an A350. Juliet Romeo Alpha, and it is right there. That's the aircraft that just got picked out. Nice looking aircraft. Would have been nice to take that out of the box. But if we will move on rather swiftly, number 81. Vietnam 350. Sam, are you there? Let me know if you are in the chat. Number 141 is the number that we are looking for. Oh, we have a Qantas Streamliner. That's a wide body. 243. Sam, if you are there, let me know if you have a number in the back of your head, and I'll try and pick it out. Number 29 is the next number. It is a Singapore 777, as you can see. Just there. Right. 218. $218 is a Lufthansa 787. Man. 373. Another. Oh, you said two. Someone said a number. 295. Okay, we'll look for 295 now. Is a China Southern Dreamliner. So unfortunately, not a narrow body. So we'll continue on. 172. Cathay Pacific 359. I can see that one. 271. Did that just not get picked? It didn't, but it is still it's still a wide body. It's a 777. 188. Turkish Streamliner. Of course, there will be another second live stream of the part 2 of this episode going live on the channel tomorrow. Unboxing all of these and setting up the airport with all the GSC and whatnot. So very cool. Do come along and check that out if you are watching too, of course, or at least watching too. Very cool. 299 is the number. 777 a game. 299. Hey, it's a 777. That aircraft's already been out. Pretty sure it has. Right, 57. If anyone wants to drop a number in the chat, that'd be fantastic for me. Let me try and see if it is a narrow body. This one, 57, is a Vietnamese Dreamliner. 77, and then 245. 77 is a 350. 245 is finally got a narrow body. Thank you, mate. Jetstar 320 Neo, 320-200. The one that is highlighted there. Victor Foxtrot Juliet is the one we are looking for. What brand? This one here. Here it is. Ironically, in the same container as the rest of the narrow body sitting right there. So very cool. Jetstar 321-200 CO, and it's next to a Neo. How cool! It's next to a Jetstar Neo. So the difference between the CO and the Neo, this one is the CO current engine option, and this one is the NEO and the Neo new engine option. So very cool. I like how they're both next to each other. That's rather fancy. So very cool. Great pick. A great pick from that fella. Very nice. Radio. Let's continue on. Number 265 is the number. It is a Dreamliner. Hasn't come out yet, but narrow body is the one we're looking for. 118. Go on, put another number in the chat for me, and we'll see what it is. 118 is the EVA or EVA Airways Dreamliner Dash 10, longest variant of the Dreamliner family, of course. 47 Air Mauritius 350, as you can see just there. Number 12, right to the top, is a Jetstar 320. We've got 3 Jetstar 320s in a row, man, and all 3 of them are in different liveries. So I'm quite happy that this aircraft is coming out. Hasn't been out before in a stream, has not been featured in an airport update in terms of the random op series, and it is, of course, good old Jaffa Jet. Very nicely done. So happy that that aircraft has been chosen, because we do still need to try and find where that Starlux 321 is. And that will go right there. What was the number you just said? 131 was the number. Okay, so that would be. Oh, we do need to find one more. We do need to find one more narrow body. It is a narrow body. I mean, you've got the streak, mate. So 131 is another narrow body, Vietjet 321 Neo. Now I've got to try and find that one. And I do need, as I mentioned, need to try and find where that Starlux 321 Neo is. I don't think it's in this one. I think the Vietjet is in here somewhere. Right at the bottom. So we will dig these out. Pretty sure the Vietjet is underneath this lot here. I mean, I hope this one comes out at some point. Sorry about the cord there for my AirPods there. I hope this one comes out soon. The first ever Dash 9 Dreamliner to be delivered to an airline. This one here was the first ever built. And this one here was the house livery that this one used to be coloured in. So, a bit of factoids there for you. Let's try and get these up. Because the thing I need to look for, as you can see, is the barcode there. We've got GJ for Gemini Jets, and then GIA for the ICAO code for Garuda Indonesia. Well, the one we are looking for, I believe, is I think it's VEJ or something like that. There's Delta, and that's Virgin Atlantic. This one here is Condor. So, of course, Condor being an airline based in Germany. Frankfurt, of course. Let's shift these over and get to the other side. Imagine if that Vietjet wasn't even in this container. That would be rather sucky. Right. Now that I think about it, I don't think it is. No, not on that side either. Yeah, I don't think it is, because I'm pretty sure I can see it. Here it is here, I think. Right down there. We have a Gemini Jets box. We'll put these both down here. Oops. Pretty sure. Yeah, I can see it. And I can see the Starlux. I can see the Starlux 321. There she is. Hooray, hooray. Finally got, yeah, you sold. Yep, here it is. Vietjet, both of them being 321 Neos. coming out of the same container, man. Same container. So this one will go here, and this one will go here, and I'll put the ATR on the top. So the next aircraft that we need to try and find, we've got room on the taxiway here, which of course is this one here. So we need one for the bot on the runway. We need one here, 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 and here, depending on the size of them. We might be able to fit 4 or 5 on the taxiway. So it doesn't matter what aircraft is coming out this time. It can be a wide body, it could be a narrow body. Doesn't really matter. So let's go ahead and try and find it, shall we? First number we're going to look at 57. So if we go back to the list here, 57 Vietnam Airlines -9 Dreamliner. It should be down here. Onto this lot, 2 Kiwis, Oman and Virgin, Iberia and Ethiopian, Austria and Malaysia. Okay. It should be in this container, surely. And 2 Kiwi -9s. Right, I think it's under this lot here. This aircraft here was the going back to when I was talking about the Singapore Airlines inauguration with the 350. This aircraft here, this airframe itself, was the exact one. I was lucky enough to go on board the aircraft in premium economy and business class and their first class. Can say it was quite spanking in terms of the hospitality that was on board the aircraft. Very nice, and ironically, the Vietnam Airlines aircraft that we are looking for is right here. There you go. Vietnam 787-9 will be a departure, so I'll put it there. We'll leave that mess and we'll try and find the next aircraft. So number 98, another one of the later ones, and it's another Dreamliner. We're getting the Dreamliners now, folks. Woo! Anyway, it's right here. Egypt Air 787-9. It will sit on the taxiway quite nicely, if I say so myself, as a 787 fanatic. Radio. Imagine if we got all 787s down the taxiway. How would that be cool? Radio. Let's continue on. 198 is the number. Well, my hope for an all Dreamliner taxiway setup is now been ruined. But we do have the LATAM Brazil Airlines 777-300ER in the Star Wars Galaxy Edge livery. I know this aircraft no longer wears this livery, but I decided to keep it anyway because I like the livery. Not really that much a fan of Star Wars, though. If I were being honest, I'm sure some of you may have just fallen off your seat or something. I'm sorry, but it just never tickled an interest in me. I'm sorry, but I do like the Star Wars liveries, though. I hope that is some sort of a consolation. Right, I think it's this one here. No, it's a Turkish. That's the LATAM. Here it is. LATAM Brazil 777-300ER. This is a rather elongated aircraft, so we might have a bit of struggle putting the rest of them on, but I'll put this there just for now. So just picturing in my head the length of the -9. 777 is about there. 2 more, and then the one on the taxiway. Radio. 119. Man, can we get a new one? This one is a classic aircraft. KLM 747. Has already been out. Number 88. We need a number in the 300s, man. We have another Dreamliner. I can see the aircraft. This one right here, Junior Airlines 787-9, back to the 787s, sitting right here, Junior Airlines in the Chinese Pioneer livery. Very cool. Don't need this script out anymore. 386. That is an interesting number. Let me see what she is. It doesn't exist. The list only goes up to 385. Wow, how unlucky, mate. You have to pick another one. 338 is the number, and it's right here. A 350. This is the Sichuan Airlines 350-900 in the Panda route livery. 383. I'll pick that one out as well. Is a Air China 747. How good? Maybe. It might be good. We'll have a look. So we've got the Sichuan Airlines. What registration is this? Because I do have 3 of these. 32 Foxtrot 8. Okay, you can see them all sitting here, and it's right here, the one we are looking for. And the Panda route livery, very nice. And if we have room, oh no, we do. We might have room for the 747. That Air China 747, which is just here. That will go on the taxiway. So something like that, perhaps. So very cool. I think that's mostly everything in terms of the aircraft that we are needing to look for. So very cool indeed. A nice array of coloured aircraft coming out in the next airport update, random ops number 16. Sorry, it's not 16, it's random ops number 14. Yeah, it is number 14 there, my bad. So later on tonight, I will begin putting together the schedule board. I'll show you the schedule board that featured in the last one. Here it is, just here. That's the schedule board that will feature is currently on the front page of my airport's website. So very cool indeed. And this is the departures of the previous one, so episode number 12. Well, we'll have a look and see what 142 is, and I will keep a record of it, and then we'll put it on the next one. Fiji Airways 359. Fiji Airways 350-900. I'll show you where it is. Ta-da! And we'll put it on the next one. Perhaps tomorrow I'll bring it out. I'll unbox it for you and then put it out. Just display it just to show you it. But that, I think, is pretty much it. Although I don't really have internet access at the moment because my laptop, I do have it on airplane mode. But I will just quickly take it off and show you what the airport's website looks like. If I can. Here it is. So this is the airport's website. Very cool. If I can put it into there. G'day, Pan. G'day, Pan. The man is here, bruh. No, sorry, I'm just being weird. Yeah, you are late, mate, but Nevertheless, you have arrived. I'm quite glad that you have arrived. I don't know if you've heard my voice, mate, but here it is. I am talking. Um, have you ever seen this many aircraft models, mate? Um, I'd be lying if you're probably lying if you said yes. I don't know if you're a fan of the Seahawks, um, but I mean, you know, you know. Well, that doesn't sound good, but that's probably the stand. But a good team won a good team won the Super Bowl last season, and that of course being the Seahawks. Of course, g'day, g'day. All I can say is not a fan of the Patriots. Anyway, so here's the airport's website. Current what it looks like. It's got the home tab there. The schedule book I just showed you a moment ago. These are the aircraft that are currently on the way. I won't spoil anything past the number 6. Here is the number 6, so we'll continue on. Here is the news tab with all of the I just pretty much spoiled everything, man. Here are the airlines. No, I won't. I won't get that aircraft because it has no operation to New Zealand, and of course it is an A320 anyway, so I probably wouldn't get here unless it stops over. Here are all the airlines that I have in my collection in terms of the tail fins. Very nice. Not every single one is there because they don't. I still need to make some more. But some new airlines on the way in terms of the ones that have been announced include the likes of Riyadh Air out of Saudi Arabia. We've got who else do we have? Air Algeria out of Algeria. Sunclass Airlines I already have. I currently do already have Sunclass Airlines out of Denmark. I do have Danish heritage, so it's nice to have this airline here. I'm definitely getting the Neo of the 330 Neo, or 300 900 Neo there. Very cool indeed. Was hoping to get this aircraft out, but at some point it will come out. Blackfern Dreamliner. There she is up there. Do mind these sunglasses there, but I am pretty cool. Absolutely beautiful bird. And then, as I mentioned before, the brand new aircraft that's arrived a few days ago, and then the C5 Galaxy below that. This one here cost me $300 New Zealand dollars. Absolute rip off, but it's worth every penny, I guess. But very good, very good. Why am I laughing? Gee whiz. Anyway, yeah. The website did take some time building up. Thanks to the folks over at Wix.com, as you can see, just there. Yes, that model has been purchased, I think, or it might be purchased soon. I think it might have already been purchased. I'm not too sure, but it's coming at some point. It has already been kind of pre-ordered and sorted out. So hopefully it has its flight down to ASJE International Airport, of course. So that, I think, is pretty much it. A nice array of colours, as I mentioned. If you did like what you saw in today's stream, guys, leave a thumbs up on the stream. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel to be able to see the next stream, which I haven't announced yet, which will be tomorrow. Same time, same place, on the same channel. Where I'll be unboxing all of these, placing them in their specific gates, and putting out these GSE. This GSE just here, featuring my brand new air stairs. I will take these out. Let me just this down. Oh, there's actually quite a nice view there. So we've got the new Infinite model stairs just here, and there it is sitting in there. I think this one is for the narrow bodies, and if I open up, no, I think that one was for the wide bodies, my bad. And this one here is for no, it's not really that big. It's no, not very big at all. There is the stairs for the narrow bodies. I mean, my room is. I'd have to measure it for you. I don't really know off the top of my head, but it fits me, I guess. And it fits all of my containers. I don't really have room for any more, but I'm going to have to get some more because I have quite a lot of models on the way. So, very cool. So that GSC will feature in the next stream tomorrow. But yeah, leave a thumbs up, comment below what you liked in today's stream, and yeah, thank you very much for coming along. Hope you enjoyed what you saw in today's stream. But until next time, guys, fly safe, stay safe, and I will see you guys in the next one.